Well, Art News magazine has listed the Kabakovs amongst the 10 most important living artists in the world. This weekend, Oakville Galleries proudly welcomed the art community to a grand opening for their exhibition, Between Heaven and Earth. The centerpiece? A 60-foot sculptural installation that will be on display at Gairloch Gardens for an entire year puts Oakville in the company of Venice, Brooklyn, and Moscow. Nikki Wesley spoke with Emilia Kabakov about bringing the Ship of Tolerance to Canada for the first time.
The first Ship of Tolerance was built in Egypt 20 years ago. Originally, it was simply an art project working with children. The artists brought a carpentry crew to create the ship all the way from Manchester. They brought their children with them. But when the children from England met the local children, the Kabakovs realized they'd created something more.
They start interacting, they start playing football, they start exchanging gifts, and I understood suddenly that art, sport, and kind of music, any kind of different interaction, they don't need language. And that's how next ship starts evolving as a ship of tolerance. When we teach children, very important part is not only drawings, but sessions on tolerance and empathy, and learning respect for people who come to your country because they have difficult circumstances, they practically refugees, and from refugees and people who come to the country.
They did workshops on ideas of tolerance, humanitarianism, how do we construct a better future? And the workshops then ended with the children making paintings, which of course formed the sale. So we see behind us.
What better timing in the world? We've got a crazy world going on right now, and it's kind of neat to start looking at what tolerance is all about.
Political leaders not doing what they should, not standing up for human rights. And this project, in the vision of children, reminds us how important it is for us to be collective and to build a future together.
Between January and April, the project worked with over 2,000 local children.
I think that's really cool because it's like, wow, my art is like being displayed for like people to see.
In addition to the 60-foot Ship of Tolerance, both Gairloch Gardens and Centennial Square Galleries showcase diverse creations from the Kabakovs, including a series of prints that allude to Ilya's work as a children's illustrator at the outset of his career.
There's a spirit within these prints. You see this fantastical story of people just suddenly learning how to fly. And this theme of flight and escape from difficult conditions, because of course he grew up in unbelievably difficult conditions in the Soviet Union. Unbelievable. His mother raised him on her own, and she literally lived in the toilets that she cleaned. She raised Ilya. They lived in the toilets that they cleaned at times until they were discovered and they were kicked out. There's actually an artwork based on this experience that Ilya made later.
Emilia Kabakov died 2 years ago, but Emilia has kept touring with the duo's work as well as creating the Ship of Tolerance in new locations.
You explain to children one very important thing. You never solve a conflict of any kind by violence. You solve it by dialogue.
For Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.